straight to the point, guys. We're gonna do a review of both console reviews. First one is the Xbox because it came out first. What I see is that, they approached it, kinda with the, I'm gonna say something very smart, make my audience, think about it, capture them. Those are quotes from a famous philosopher. If you're, interested enough, you can check it out, you can go Google it. But, it's quite a good intro, I like it, it's captivating the audience, and you can see now the evolution of everything and how everything's changed. Forza Horizon on the first, and then this is FIFA or PES, Halo of course, the biggest game from Xbox. There are many, memes nowadays about, how the Xbox looks, but at the end of the day, it's a box, no surprise here. So, I would say quite good, and simplistic, review, given to exactly what people were expecting at that time of when it came. Now I'm not gonna bother you more with how the technical data is. You can check them all out and you can make your decision. This is pretty much the beef in the internet right now, because everyone is saying, this one is more, this one is better. It can't be determined at that stage. I believe all games will be running out quite good and there won't be a problem with it. Everyone is biased. I mean, if you had Xbox, you're defending Xbox. If you have PS5, you're defending PS5. Now, I myself have both of them and I play on a PC, so, it's one of those things. It's gaming. If you want to play something, you're gonna get it. Anyway, so we're moving on to the other characteristics of the videos, and those are the games that are presented. Now, for Xbox, that's Forza Horizon. I believe what they're trying to do. Okay, this is for the racers, so we're gonna cater for them. The next game is Pro Evolution Soccer or FIFA. I'm not really sure, but it's for all the football fans. So that's them. We're giving something for them. That's pretty much how they're captivating the audience, and it's it makes sense. So. Not much of a FIFA or Forza Horizon fan, but still, it's good to have it in a video. The next biggest thing is, of course, Halo, because Halo is what Xbox is built on. I mean, it saved it in the past, and maybe that's what it's gonna do this time. Maybe something groundbreaking. I expect maybe a battle royale from them. I mean, when you think about it, a Halo, it could be made as a battle royale, but you never know. So, pretty much they're covering all the types of pretty much gaming. The car simulator, the football simulator, and then you have the FPS, which is, those are your bread and butter genres in general. So good thing there, it's quite sensible to do something like that. Now, next thing is, the design. This is the main portion of it, kind of having the green aspect of it, and most likely a heatsink. Xbox had heating problems in the past, but I don't think that will be the case anymore, which is great because nobody wants an overheating console. I think it's pretty similar as the beginning. They have that, okay, some particles, like in the previous video it was rocks, here it's like small spheres. So let's see. I mean, the music is a little bit different. The other one was like a little bit more aggressive, kind of vibe, like kind of a boss music type, and here it's like more, calm, and there are different vibes. So I guess it's the way people are gonna respond to it. But they both have, the change, from matter, it's something changes. And then we have, the V shape, basically that's the 5, the Latin 5, is hidden in it. Quite a futuristic design, I would say, it's overall, when you're making because Xbox was the first to make a review, obviously Sony had time to build it up a little bit, to make sure, everything is a little bit better, everything is a little bit, more than what Xbox, provided. You can see the DualSense controller. Quite slick. White. Usually they're black, so that's something going in a different direction. Yeah, details, it's the rendering of this video is, I believe, is a little bit better quality. And now the digital PS5. Well, who is buying physical copies nowadays anyway? I'm not. Yeah, DualSense wireless controller, charging station. Okay. Headset and remote control with camera. Okay, that's the whole family, I guess, for now. Now, having a digital-only version is obviously a thing, not only price-wise, but, heat-wise, because, that means that it will need less cooling, but mostly the pricing. I would be definitely going for a digital-only version, because everybody nowadays is just downloading the games. It's pretty obvious. That's how we're gonna go. I mean, broadbands are getting in better and better, and the updates are getting in better and larger and larger. So we'll see how it goes. Charging station for the PS controller, DualSense. Now, I don't think that's something that's pretty much needed. You can always plug in the USB. As we saw on the console, they're both C-type and standard USB 3, so, kind of, just maybe something over the top, in my opinion, not really needed, but it looks fancy, so I think it's just another way for them to charge you more cash. We'll see at the end. The battery of the controller, not great, so I don't know how they're gonna compensate that. Maybe it's improved, but overall, it's, batteries on both consoles are not great. The HD camera, now it looks better than your average, camera that you can get, of course can't compare with some better streaming or capturing devices, but still I think they're catering more for the streamers and for you know, production qualities and all that. Now, they're not mentioning anything about virtual reality, which is a little bit of a concern. And if you think about it, the whole virtual reality set kind of reminds a lot of the design for the PS5, so that's something to look about. I can't really tell, what direction that will go. I guess only time will tell. Now, a lot has been said about Sony PlayStation's fundamental audio, that's been developed. So, having some 3D headset is not surprise. My only problem with that is that those don't come cheap. I myself have the Sony wireless set, the latest one, and I would say that it's quite pricey. Now, I don't know this if all the stuff that is is we're getting at in one bundle, but the price tag on the wireless headset that Sony has is at least £200 right now. So that's quite a lot for a headset. So if those are a 3D one, and they look quite a lot like the new Sony wireless headsets, it might be quite hefty on the whole bundle. So we'll see also about that. Now the media remote. To be honest, I don't think that something's necessary because technically your controller is a media remote. It could be made one. So I don't know what their idea about that is, because maybe they're catering for people who can't use the controller, or they're gonna buy the PlayStation for I don't know, anything else but gaming. No, it doesn't make sense to me when you can use it for a controller. I mean, it's every controller is remote anyway, so for me, that's kind of useless. Overall, my thoughts are that Sony had a lot more time to prepare for, the comeback and for that reveal. Hence, there is more things on the table for it. Music, both of them are great. Presentation is great. As a final words, I think though the Sony console might be a little bit more expensive, but I want to hear more from what you guys think. So leave some messages, some comments in the section below, and tell me what do you think. Take care. Cheers.